Hello YouTube, I'm back again with another pickups video. Nothing too much this week, just a few assorted game items that I've picked up over the past few weeks. Um, the big update though is I'm having a bit of an issue with my video camera. That's why I'm having to record with this little flip camera. I've been playing around with different editing software and whatnot, but should hopefully have that taken care of within the next week or so. I've been, like I said, experimenting with different software, seeing what I can do. Some of them work, some of them don't, some of them really distort the video, so it's just an experimentation process. But first up, I was at the local dollar store and I actually came across these. They're just little candy dispensers made by Click Ultra, shaped like the PlayStation Move. They take these little Smarties candy, even though these aren't Smarties. These are actually quite nasty. I'd recommend throwing those out and getting real Smarties. But neat little devices, keep them on the desk. Got the little trigger there to shoot them, and they come out the top. I got them, picked them up, figured what the heck. Nice to have on the desk when you need a quick sugar rush. Now the pickups from Goodwill. I got Crash Bash on the original PlayStation. This was 99 cents, I believe, which isn't a bad price for it. The disc has some marking on it. It's not severely scratched up. It's not like someone took a grinder to it. But it's got your typical wear and tear on it. But it's in good condition overall. Same thing with this next one. Game Breaker 99. Not too big on the sports games, but it's interesting to go back and see how they've progressed over the years. Going back to even the Nintendo 64 and further on back Super Nintendo, and it's just interesting to see how they've changed. All the advancements they've made. I mean, aside from just the graphics, just the playing, how they feel. I always found that interesting. Then next up, Serious Sam, the next encounter for $2.99. I got these next few games from GameStop. I started to pick them up. I've noticed recently a lot of the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox games are really getting cheap on them, so I figured might as well start picking more of those up. But yeah, this was always a fun game. I think I had this before on maybe either the Xbox or the PS2, but for $2.99, really can't pass it up. Next up, Rygar, the Legendary Adventure, also for $2.99. This game, I remember seeing all the advertisements for it back in 2002 when it was originally coming out. Had not seen the game since then. I was just dumbfounded. I have not found it. And then I'm just going through their bin and, hey, they have it. Why not pick it up? Especially when it's that cheap. Didn't come with a case. Did come with the manual. And then also this little piece of art. It's a little holographic. I don't know whether they used it for a display piece in the store or whatever, but I got it for... Figure I'll just slap that into the DVD case I'm going to use to put that in, and that'll be the cover. Next up, Def Jam Fight for New York, which this game I have been looking for, I'd say for about 12 months. Good solid year. Every time I find it, either they have the game, don't have the case, or they have the case and don't have the game, which GameStop seems to specialize in that one. But when I saw this, I mean, it's really held its value. This game is still $30. I just picked that up. I mean, it's a great fighter. It's made by the same company that made WWF No Mercy and WCW NWO Revenge. But overall, it's just an outstanding fighting game. The storyline, the varying fighting styles, just overall, great game. If you do see this, I highly recommend picking it up if you're into fighters. Next up, The Punisher for $9.99. This game really hits all the marks it has to be a Punisher game. And it's quite perfect in that sense. Dark, gritty, just very really think of the word. It's just spot on for a Punisher game. And you have the torture sequences, like there you're holding a guy under a drill press, and you're putting him in an electric chair. It's just an outstanding game. I don't know if it's rare. I only saw one copy at the local GameStop, but then again, they might not get anything in. But again, this was one that I saw when it was coming back out. I think it was in '05 this was released. Somewhere around there. And had not seen it since, so that's another one I picked up just because I saw it. Next up, Scarface, The World Is Yours. Also for $9.99. I really got more than I expected with this one. I was just walking into it thinking, it's just going to be a Grand Theft Auto ripoff, nothing more. Actually playing the game, though, much more than that. Highly recommend this if you can find it. I think the GameStop I was at had 7 copies of it, so it's not, by no means rare, but really a fun game. It picks up after the movie, where it goes along the storyline where he's not really dead. Tony Montana's not really dead. He escapes through the mansion, which was an interesting twist on it. But yeah, it's a fun game. Relatively inexpensive. If you see it, I'd recommend picking it up. And then finally, Spy Hunter 2 for $4.99. This one, I went into it expecting... Let's just say, I was a big fan of the original Spy Hunter on the PlayStation 2. So I thought, oh, sequel, it's got to be just as good, if not better. I played this for about 30 minutes and got bored with it. So, sure, you're supposed to give a game about 2 hours, of your full attention before you can make a judgment, but I'll probably go back to this one. Overall, it was a good game. I mean, it's not like... It didn't bore me to tears. It's just nothing I haven't seen before. With the other Spy Hunter and other games along the same lines. But I'm going to be going back to it at a later date. Anyway, that's it for now. Just those couple of titles. Until next time.